Hi, my name is Levi and I've lived here in Western Colorado for at least 16 years since I got out of the Marine Corps, and I've spent every single weekend and every other day in between I could out here in the desert exploring. And what I have here is what I believe could be a crime, and maybe at first you might not think so, but I'm going to tell you a quick story. And I don't know if we have a serial killer or what it is, and I know this sounds like clickbait, but follow along, and I want your guys' opinion on this. So I'll try to be quick and efficient. This right here is one of a pair of boots here, one of 10 pairs that I have found out here of different sizes of high heels. Right here is a different one of the boots, definitely a broken off heel there that looks like it got snapped off. These were found together. Now, I was out here testing out a truck and four-wheeling when I came across a pond that I'd never seen out here before, just very well hidden, and this is in a very remote location in western Colorado up along the Book Cliffs. So I'm going to take you on a little walk here and tell you what I found. So I climbed over a fence. I believe I was taking a leak, and I saw a high heel. And not a big surprise to see a high heel out in the desert by a pond, but then I saw another high heel. And it matched it about 2-3 feet away. And I thought, that's weird. Somebody left their shoes out here. And then, of course, I found 2 more sets of high heels within looking around for about 5 minutes. And they are all in the shoreline of this shallow pond here that I'm going to show you guys here. I walked down the bank here, and this is where I found my first couple sets of shoes. And I started looking around, and once I found, I think, 3 sets of shoes, it spiked my interest quite a bit. I could tell that some of them looked like they were different sizes, so I thought, well, they probably belong to different people. And no, I'm not an investigator, but I've thought a lot about this now. And the details from here on really started surprising me the more I started looking into this. So I walked up and down this shoreline, and I just started trying to look in for any other pairs of shoes, and I believe the first day we found 5. And one thing we found that was very odd is just down here, about 30 feet down, if you notice there's boulders all standing on the side of this pond. I started noticing the water was very low that day, much lower than it is right now. I could see just under the surface of the water there was a lot of these large rocks placed all the way out in the mud, but in a nice little path so you could walk quite a ways out to the little island out there, it looked like, or to a very deep section. And so I walked out a ways, and it was submerged a bit, but I walked out a little ways, and I found a piece of plastic sticking out of the top of the mud. And I reached down and found it, and what was that? It was an actual high heel that had snapped off. And while looking around, I actually found, which I believe is this high heel right here, that was missing the high heel. And the only thing that's odd is that very first day, I ended up finding 6 pairs of shoes. I came back another day, and I kind of sat up on the hill over here, and I looked all the way around the pond, and I found a brand new pair of ladies' nylons with another pair of shoes, and I believe that was on to my 7th pair. I did call some friends that brought some dogs out here to look. They weren't made for searching this type of thing, but they were tracking dogs. And obviously, these shoes have been down for a long time, but it was the best I knew what to do. And that day, I believe we found 2 more sets of shoes. So we were up to 9 at that point. And I came back out here to the desert. I'm really trying to check this and figure out what to do. And I came out and found the 10th pair of shoes, which was the first pair of boots I showed you. Now, I think it's crazy that every single pair has had a matching pair together. I think it's crazy that there's been multiple sizes. I did tell some people at the sheriff's department, and I was told that it was probably nothing. But I would love to know why there's a super remote, very difficult to get to pond in the middle of the desert that is not a nice place to party. It's not a nice place to be. And when it gets muddy here, this is totally untraversable. Why is it that we found 10 pairs of women's high heels, and every single pair is, for lack of better terms, a very fancy dress up, possibly like a stripper boot, always very high-legged, fancy high heels. There's never just a boring pair of shoes. These are just the simple facts that I've found, and I would love to know if any of you guys know of any of the disappearances, and I'm going to be uploading the pictures of these shoes for what we have. Now, the pond is much higher now, and I'm guessing that whoever is throwing these shoes down here is expecting that usually they're going to be underwater. I've had to come back quite a few times now to catch the pond this low again. So usually all these shoes you see along the shoreline are all submerged underwater. So let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know if you think of a way to help. So I am only looking for help with this. If anybody recognizes some of these shoes, or anybody knows a better way to investigate, I'd love to know. God bless you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.
You got a fake fingernail.
Oh. Where's the nail?
Right here, a fake nail right there.
It looks like a shirt or now it's a t-shirt. Material, and it's wrapped in wire. That's how it was.
Yep, there's a fly. There's something in it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
If a black fly just came out of